My name is Annie. I'm a tech consultant based in Stockholm, and in this tutorial I will show you how to create beautiful presentations. If you log in into Gamma and go to the home button, you can see that under Gammas there is a button called Create New. So the first one is Generate, and you will use this if you just have one sentence and want Gamma to create the presentation just from one sentence. For example, if you use how to learn web development, you can define how many cards should the presentation be, and by cards they mean slides, and I can choose 3, and then we have different styles. You can choose either Studio, and for Studio you just need to have Pro subscription that we don't have right now, so we will go with Classic. Next is about the size, so we can define traditional, that is 16:9 resolution, or you can choose the one that is tall, 4:3, or fluid. And then you also will choose the language. Right now it was set to Swedish, but you can change to English. And then we can click on Generate Outline. This can take a couple of seconds, and you can see that we have different themes. Even after that presentation is created, we can just change the themes. We have pistachio, basic, dark, and so on. So here is basically the structure, which means what should be written on every single presentation. And as you remember, we choose that it should have 3 different slides. So you can see that on the first slide will be written how to learn web development. The second one will be about learning highway, and then the third one will be this. So you can even define here if you want it to be minimal, or you want it to be concise, detailed, extensive, and even images. You can define if you want it to use IE images or stock images. So the difference is IE images will be images that will be created by IE models, and the stock images are real life images that is saved, and Gamma can just access those images. And if we go down, you can see even which model will be used for creating images. And then underneath that, we also have image art style. You can choose, for example, a photo, illustration, abstract, 3D, line art, and custom. I will go with illustration, and then from there, I will just click on Generate. So you can see that it is creating the presentation. It already looks good. Now it is creating the second slide, and we have already one image on the first slide. You can see that it goes quite quickly, and different words are highlighted, which makes the presentation more readable. If we don't like those colors, we can always choose another theme. Right now we are using pistachio, so everything is a bit greenish, but this is our presentation. You can see this is slide 1, slide 2, and slide 3, and then we can either download this, or you can share it as well, or you can just present it using Gamma. And here, if you want to share, just click on share button, and you can add the name of the person who you want to share this with, or you can just export to PDF, PowerPoint, to Google Slide, or to PNG, or you can just post it directly to LinkedIn. So as you remember, we just use one sentence to get this presentation, and it took us less than 2 minutes to have final presentation that is ready to present. Now let's go back to Gamma and let's explore the other types of presentations. Let's say if we already have a paragraph or text and we want to use that for our presentation instead of just using one sentence, then we will choose the second option that is called Paste in Text. And in here we will just pass our text, and you can even see that this is the style that we need to use. So we basically need to have those 3 lines after each slide. And if you are creating this with ChatGPT, you can just ask ChatGPT to use this styling. If I go back to my ChatGPT, here you can see that I have prepared some information that I can use for my presentation. So if I copy that and I come back to Gamma, I can pass that here, and I will just delete all the parts that aren't relevant for this presentation. There was also some parts in the end. Okay, let's just delete those. That sounds good now. And now we need to add those 3 lines that you can see I did after each presentation. So again, you can just either ask ChatGPT to add those, or you can manually add those 3 lines. And once this is done, you can just go down and you can choose either generate from notes or an outline, or you can choose summarize long text or document, or you can just choose preserve this exact text. And if we already asked ChatGPT to create bullet point for us, then it's smart enough to use preserve this exact text because we already thought about it. And then after that, we will just click to prompt editor, and it will take under 1 minute or sometimes 1 or 2 minutes to create the presentation. I will come back to you once the presentation is created. Now we have a ready presentation, and if I go down to different slides in this presentation, you can see how it looks. I think it looks quite professional and quite ready to present to whoever you want to present. And also one important thing is that if there is some pictures that you do not like, you can just come into this picture, you can click on the picture, and then you will click edit image, and then one more time edit image. And then from here you can just write how do you want the image to look like. Again, you can choose the style, and then you can choose even the model. Either it will be generated by auto select, or you can choose the model you like. There are all the latest models. You can find, for example, Nano Banana, ChatGPT images, and so on. And then you will get a new image that you can choose from. Great, now let's go back to home and let's experience the other methods of creating presentation. The next one is create from template. This is something that Gamma recently introduced. If we click on this, you can see that there are a lot of ready-made templates. So you can just choose one of those. I like this one, for example, so I will click on view template, and then I will create from template. And once I do this here, it will ask me to either pass in new content or describe how to customize. Because I already have the manus that I showed you, I created in ChatGPT, so I will just pass the same manus and I will use exactly the same text to create presentation with this template. So this also will take under 2 minutes, and once it is ready, I will come back and will show you the final presentation. Presentation is ready, and this is how it looks like. If I go to the next slide, you can see that all the colorings and pictures are preserved. So those are the exact same coloring, fonts, and pictures that are coming from the original template, and the information is updated based on our text. I think it looks amazing. It might be so that because we use the pre-made template, that the images aren't somehow connected to information that we are trying to present by this presentation. So that can be a potential issue. But as you remember, you can always come here, click on edit image, and then just generate a new images. Now let's go back and try to create presentation using the last method, which is import file or URL. So here we have upload a file, import from Drive, or import from URL. It can be web pages, blog posts or articles, Notion documents, public only. Okay, let's try to use upload a file, and we will click on browse files, and from there we will choose a manus that I created for a presentation. It will look something like this. And then you can see that we can either create presentation, web pages, document, or social. But right now we are interested in presentation, so we will keep with presentation and we will click on continue button. Okay, so here basically we have all the text that we sent to Gamma that was on that document that I uploaded, and we can go to card by card, and by card again they mean presentation, and we can see that right now everything is on the same presentation, which we can't have. So you basically need to either type those 3 lines as it is in here, or we can just add cards and do the copy pasting. And I think the easiest will be just to add those 3 lines between the text that we think should be in a new slide. And I will do that and I will come back to you. Okay, you can see that I did it for the first one, and then for second one I want to show you how to do it. I will just enter 1, 2, 3 lines, and you can see that then a new slide will be created automatically. And then I will go down, I will do the same thing in here as well, and then I don't even need to enter. The new presentation slide will be created automatically. So we have the 5th one and then the last one as well. Great, so now we have information that will be inserted on each slide. And then again in here we can choose either we want to for example, have minimal style, concise, extensive, detailed. I will go with minimal, and then we also will choose different theme. We will choose different themes. Last time we used pistachio, and then we have looks. Maybe we go with looks this time, and then we can also choose different types of style. I will probably choose 3D for this. And yes, let's go ahead and generate this. And while this is being generated, I want to also tell you that you can create presentations via Gamma and share those totally for free, but only up to 10 slides. So if you want to create more than 10 slides, then you need to upgrade your free subscription to one of paid subscriptions. The first tier is starting from $12 a month if you are paying monthly. So here is our final presentation. I think all the images and fonts and also the styling is quite amazing. This is nothing that I could have done, for example, on just PowerPoint presentations. And I want to know what you think. Do you like those presentations, and will you also be using Gamma or not? Let me know in the comments below, and if you like this video, please give me thumbs up, and see you in the next one. Bye!